Hi and welcome to Best Houses Australia. Today on the show we're going to do things very differently. We're going to dedicate a whole episode to this development here on the beautiful Gold Coast. We start from the bottom and we work our way up. This is Best Houses Australia. We start from the bottom with a 2-bedroom apartment and work our way up to this amazing $8 million penthouse. Stick around, you're going to be impressed. Well, here we are on the magnificent Gold Coast, famous for its long sandy beaches, restaurants, shopping, theme parks, surfing and, well, famous for fun. The Gold Coast has been one of Australia's and the world's most popular tourism destinations for years, and also a great place to live, the population with now over 500,000 people. The skyline has seen some beautiful additions in recent years, and we're here to check out one of the newest. The Brighton Grand is setting new heights for luxury living on the Gold Coast, and I'm here to get an exclusive tour. Well, Sol and Rosemary, lovely to meet you both. Now, your husband and wife team developers here.
That's right.
Well, what an amazing development this looks like. This is for the people who love a bit of luxury by the looks of things.
Yes, we're very proud of a very special development on the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
One of a kind.
Okay, so what are we going to see today?
We are going to see 4 grand residences. We're starting off with a 2-bedroom residence, progressing to a 3-bedroom residence, and then another larger 3-bedroom residence, and then finally a very grand 4-bedroom penthouse.
Wow, this will blow your mind when you see it. Okay. Beautiful pool, beautiful spa, and magnificent outlook.
The residents have the right cars as well by the looks of things.
Oh, we've been very, very lucky.
All right, well, let's go and take the tour, shall we? First impressions, if this is the first one, my goodness, I can't wait to see the others.
This one here is 170 square metres. We've made it as large as possible, with very, very high ceilings, 3-metre high ceilings.
That's the thing I was going to note. I've noticed the space is amplified because when you make the ceilings higher, everything just seems so much bigger. And you've got a beautiful detail in there as well.
It's all beautifully recessed around.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've put in cyclone-proof doors and windows.
Even though we don't get cyclones here.
Oh, we do.
Is that right?
No, we do.
Well, you get the
sometimes.
the tail end of one, I guess.
Yes. And the other thing too is it's soundproof, so that you hear no noise here at all. Outside there's water and there's traffic, but it's very, very quiet here.
This is a really interesting development here. I mean, what's the story here? I mean, what was here before and how did you guys come to develop it?
It was initially 3 very old houses, very, very old houses. And
so you bought them all at the same time?
No, different times over a few years. So it was just, and then ultimately after about 4 or 5 years, we were able to amalgamate them all and finally work on plans which just grew and grew with really council's help and council planning people, because initially there was limitation in what you can do, but with time and effort and with help from various planning people, we were able to build this wonderful building.
The idea was to do something a little bit different to the normal high-rise, and so this is a smaller complex and with European design in a way, in that it incorporates a courtyard as well as amazing views, so it gives the impression of a community.
And that's the reason I love it so much, is it is timeless. The actual architect's done a great job of making sure it's not a modern monolith that's going to, in 10 years' time, you think, my goodness, what's that? This looks timeless.
There is nothing that's happened in this apartment here without the architect's footprint, as it were, being involved in it.
Okay.
Every tile that you see here, every cornice, Every piece of detail he drew and redrew till he perfected it. His aim has always been to create something that's totally different, never seen before here on the coast, and his basic principles have been that what he calls symmetry. So it's symmetrical everywhere you look. That's the whole thing behind it, symmetry.
Well, it's so important in a building like this to create community, isn't it?
To me, that's the most important, is to feel that you belong somewhere and have good neighbours and a bit of interest going on.
But you want to be able to hide as well. Look, I mean, and you can do that here because I mean,
yes,
no one can see in or anything.
Very private, and you don't have to look at anyone, and no one has to look at you. But it's all there.
It's also very, very secure. I mean, the whole building with underground parking, security gates. On whatever level you're on, you're the only person who can get access to that area. If you want to meet your neighbours, you could by the pool or by the gym or by the barbecue area, or just enjoy the trees, the palm trees and whatever it is. But you can have total and utter and complete privacy, and people just love that.
I love that.
It's also part of the Southport community, and over the road we've got the rugby, the rugby ground that you can watch the young ones play rugby. We've got the TSS school just down the road, which is the most beautiful school. The shop's just around the corner.
We've got Chinatown as well, which is absolutely gorgeous.
Yes, which is up and coming and being developed. The new tram line.
Light rail's just down the road.
If you're going to be here on the Gold Coast, you've got to have access to the beach, and the beach is just a stone's throw away.
It is, and you can have it. There's an easy walk. If you cross the oval, you can meander under the bridge, onto the Broadwater, and then onto the ocean.
Now, this is a two-bedroom house. I'm going to call it a house.
Yes.
Two-bedroom house.
This is the main living area. Behind us is the kitchen with beautiful stone benches and.
Now you've got the real. This is the real deal.
Yes.
The real stone.
Granite throughout. This is. Everywhere you see here is either granite or marble. We looked at the very best of European design, and that's what we've incorporated here.
All right, well, okay, this is our first one, so this is obviously the most affordable, so just tell us about the price point for this one.
This one here, this one is 1.2 million.
Fantastic.
And that's at 170 square metres. So per square metre, you're getting excellent value.
Okay, well, this is very impressive. So where are we off to next?
Yeah, well, now we're going to the front building to see a unit on the second floor, which is slightly bigger and done out slightly differently, but just as beautiful.
Let's do it. After the break, we take it up a notch to check out this 3-bedroom apartment with beautiful views. And coming up, we reveal this $8 million penthouse. This is 50 square metres bigger than the other one, and an extra bedroom, and a really good location.
Yes, this is a 3-bedroom apartment. The apartment takes the whole floor of the building.
Yep, love that. So you've got your own lift and your own lobby.
Yes, that's right.
I love that idea.
Yes, which is a lovely thing, coming out the lift into the little lobby and then into the apartment. So we have 3 bedrooms, 3 en-suites, 1 powder room, this living area and kitchen, another rumpus area.
Yep.
And a separate laundry and a little study nook.
And a study nook as well. The adults could almost have this space to themselves, which spills down onto the balcony, and the kids can be down in the other room and you wouldn't even hear them or see them. It's so far away. They could be making as much mess and as noisy as they like.
Yeah, it's quite separate. That's right.
Well, it can be organised like that, and certainly for a family that you could do that, and that's one of the beauties. The other thing, of course, is when people visit, you can give them their own separate area with their own ensuite, and so it's ideal for both.
That is so true, Sol. Because if you live on the Gold Coast, you are going to get visitors from down south.
You do get visitors.
What I really love about what your architect's done here is the design of the shapes of the windows, and also it carries through into the balcony balustrades as well.
Yes, yes.
Which marries with the gates outside. Like that, it's just so beautiful and timeless.
Yes, it really gives atmosphere, the shape of the windows, and then when you look outside, you see the same shape of the windows, and then the view is framed in this window, and it's a beautiful view of greenery and water.
Any age group could kind of live here.
Yes.
Because like if you had teenage kids, I mean that park is so beautiful for running around in and playing basketball.
There's also, it's a pet-free area in the sense that you can go there with your animals and have off-leash, and so they loved it. So people can have small animals here if they wish,
and just go across the park.
And go across the road. And we've had people coming along asking that question as we're sort of in the building process. And we've decided, yes, we'd go along with that.
So, I mean, effectively what you've done is you've borrowed those 10 acres or whatever it is out in front of you, and you've kind of made it yours, haven't you? The master bedroom suite, beautiful layout, and I particularly love how you walk past the walk-in robe to get to the ensuite.
Yeah, well, you're very observant there.
Yeah, because I mean, the ensuite is beautiful, and that's kind of where that's kind of like your changing room, and when you're getting ready.
Yes, so you can emerge.
Beautiful.
Yes.
What's fascinating about this particular development too is you've got 2 towers at the front here, which have 3 homes in them. Four
homes.
They're 4 homes.
4 homes, yes.
Could somebody buy just this one tower?
Yes. Now, this would be a wonderful for someone who's got some foresight to look into it and buy the whole tower itself. They can occupy the penthouse themselves. Children can occupy the 3 lower levels, each with gives you a total of something like 14 bedrooms, 17 bathrooms, and it would give you a minimum of 8 to 10 car spaces.
All right, well, let's talk about price. So what's it going to cost us to purchase this one?
Yes, we have these vary in price from about 2 million up to about 2.4 million.
That's great. All right, well, let's go and see the next one, shall we?
Why not? Let's do that.
Okay, after the break, we take a look inside the sub-penthouse. It's classic and it's beautiful. And coming up, we go in the air to see this $8 million penthouse. Now this is a total world away from where we've just come from. This is the glamour level.
Yes, this is our opulent sub-penthouse.
Okay.
3 large bedrooms, all with en-suites, 1 big study or media room, whichever you like to use it for.
So that room can turn into a home cinema?
Yes, it can. Yes.
So the wiring's all in there?
Yes, fully wired.
Wow.
All ready to go.
We have put in this particular apartment 4 chandeliers, very large chandeliers, because the high ceilings, they can take it, and it just gives you that degree of opulence.
The furniture here is more Versace, isn't it? It's kind of into that kind of Versace theme.
Yeah, it's very good quality, and you're right, it's the same look that the Versace.
The Versace's just down the road.
It is just down the road.
You could pretty much walk there.
And yes, to walk into that foyer, it's the most beautiful experience.
I tell you what was interesting recently. We had a valuer come in here, and he said, "You know what?" He said, "It's this is better than Versace.
Okay. Well, that's great. Well, that's a real compliment.
Not bad compliment by a valuer.
The master bedroom suite in a sub-penthouse has to have the appointment that you've got there. It is just beautiful.
Fairly large bedroom, that one, with a beautiful ensuite. And yes, I think you'd feel like royalty.
The windows furnishings have really framed the whole look of the room.
It's interesting because these are exactly the same window furnishings used in Buckingham Palace.
Is that right?
And there's a wonderful photograph of the Queen sitting in front of there with her family at the time of one of the christenings. And it's exactly the same. That was just recently. We were just overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But you have the choice here, of course, of just leaving them as open cathedral-type windows, or really covering them as we have in this case.
Well, it's interesting you say that because, I mean, just like Buckingham Palace goes out onto a balcony and you have so many doors that open onto it, this one does the same, doesn't it?
You could wave from the
could almost
balcony.
be the Queen here. You know, just, no one may be watching, but you can pretend. I mean, when creating a room like this, Rosemary, what's important to create a grand residence?
Well, I think two things. One is what makes you feel good, and the other, I suppose, is to impress your friends.
Yes, of course.
And so just when you enter, it's nice to have a lobby when you get out of the lift that looks nice.
Yep.
And then your own little lobby to come into your residence. It's important to have a little bit of separation for your guests, so you have a separate powder room. And it's also good to have areas that you can be formal in and also relax in.
Exactly.
And keep them slightly separate.
All right, so price point. What are we looking at to purchase the sub-penthouse?
Yes, we have 6 of them in this central tower. They vary between 3 million and 3.5 million.
Okay.
As mentioned before, they're huge
360
apartments.
square metres?
Yes.
Yep.
And huge apartments, and varying in size. You're paying somewhere between 8.5 and 10,000 per square metre, which is fantastic value.
All right, well, tell me we can go and see the penthouse now.
Right now, let's go.
Okay. Well, after the break, we finally reveal the $8 billion penthouse. Stick around. Hey, this is very special. This is the lobby of the central tower, and this is obviously a bit of a taste of what we're about to see with the penthouse, I'm assuming.
Yes, yes. Now we feel that stepping into the lobby is very reminiscent of stepping into the grand foyers of the great buildings of Paris and New York.
Yes, it has got that feel about it. There's something about that old world kind of architecture and style, isn't there?
Oh,
yes, you feel very special walking in.
Okay, well this is perfect representation of what we're about to see. Can we see the penthouse?
Let's go.
Well, you've taken it to a whole new level. I mean, not just levels, but, you know, the level of opulence here is just really nice. And I think what it is for me is it's this grand staircase.
Yeah, this is my favourite spot in the whole
development.
The whole development
okay.
is walking up and down that staircase.
Now, the master bedroom suite's up there, which leads to the ensuite. This ensuite took a lot of detail to get right.
Oh yes, it took weeks of work. We had so many different tilers who came and left and didn't want to continue with it because it's so complicated.
Is
but
that
yet
right?
again, it is so elegant and so beautiful. There is so much scope here for individual creation, individual dreams, whatever they wish to inspire to do, you could do it within the framework of this huge residence.
The balconies here are just like the sub-penthouse downstairs, are really elegant, and obviously because we're up higher we have a better view too.
Wonderful view right out. You can see the sea from here, the Broadwater, the Nerang River, and of course the city skyline and the hinterland, all uninterrupted and can never be built out.
Now, the terrace upstairs, great location for that. It's got its own pool here.
It's own pool and a great big terrace area for having parties on.
The main feature out there is the fact that it's private, it's secure, and you can just sit out there, read, swim, and just enjoy the view day and night.
I mean, in a home like this, I mean, the opulence it has to be backed up with great craftsmanship.
Yes, we're very pleased to say their builder, Chiron, did a wonderful job, and the Master Builders Association of Queensland has rewarded him and, of course, awarded us with the winner in the residential high-rise in Queensland for this year. Not only that, but we were also runner-up in the Project of the Year for 2015. That takes, for Queensland, that takes into account commercial and residential buildings as well.
All right, well, the bottle of champagne on the terrace is waiting, I think. And I think Tony's up there as well. Should we go and meet him?
Yes.
Sounds like a great idea.
Let's do it. Here we are on the terrace of the penthouse. So which is your favourite one, Tony?
My favourite is the sub-penthouse on the 5th level.
Okay.
And we're fortunate enough to have 6 sub-penthouses in the whole complex.
Yeah, yeah. And how many penthouses are there?
We've got 4 big penthouses.
Okay. All told, how many houses are there?
We have 28 homes and 66 car spaces.
So the price of the penthouse, what's it going to cost us, Sol?
7.9 million. You're getting every bit of square meterage of something like 650 square metres. Okay. Something to enjoy.
All right, well, let's crack open the champagne. What do you think?
Fantastic.
We'll drink to that.
Well, cheers and congratulations on a wonderful job. Well done. And thanks for showing us around.
Thanks again, Gary.
It's been a real pleasure.
Well done. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for being part of the show. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. If you want to see more, why not grab our DVD? You can get it from JB Hi-Fi and all good retailers. Also, don't forget to like us on our Facebook page. We'll see you next time.